Good evening, you're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Choudhry. Now, at the 8th edition of the Rozgar Mela, Prime Minister Modi distributed 51,000 appointment letters to newly inducted recruits in government departments and organizations. But the Congress and the opposition was quick to react. Criticizing Prime Minister Modi, the Congress said Prime Minister is holding Rozgar Melas as he is feeling the heat of an election year. Here's more.
रोजगार मेले के इस कार्यक्रम में 51,000 से अधिक युवा
51,000 jobs, 45 locations across India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday distributed appointment letters to newly inducted recruits in various paramilitary forces in the 8th edition of Rozgar Mela.
मैंने आपको अमृत रक्षक इसलिए कहा क्योंकि वो देश की सेवा के साथ साथ देश के नागरिकों की देश की रक्षा भी करेंगे.
Prime Minister Modi listed automobiles, pharma and tourism as the growth sector that will create huge job opportunities in the days to come.
भारत इस दशक में टॉप 3 अर्थव्यवस्था में शामिल हो जाएगा और ये गारंटी जब मैं आपको देता हूं ना, बड़ी जिम्मेवारी के साथ मेरे देशवासी, मेरे परिवारजनों को ये मोदी गारंटी देता है.
The opposition, which aims to focus on jobs as a major issue in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, has dismissed Prime Minister Modi's Rozgar Mela as a stunt. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge gave the appointment Mela the acronym EMI or empty manipulative installments. Party leader Jairam Ramesh described the Rozgar Melas as the biggest jumlas and claimed the Prime Minister had failed to fulfill his promise of creating 2 crore jobs per year.
जो पदोन्नति है, जो प्रमोशन की चिट्ठी है, वो भी मोदी जी बांट रहे हैं. असलियत यह है कि आर्थिक जो तनाव इस देश में अर्थव्यवस्था में बन रहा है वो भयावह है और जिस प्रधानमंत्री को 20 करोड़ रोजगार बांट देने चाहिए थे अपने 10वें साल तक, वो 51,000 पहले से जो रिक्त खाली पद थे उसकी चिट्ठियां बांट रहे हैं.
तो राजनीतिक जालसाज लोग हैं, नौकरी के नाम पर जालसाजी. नहीं तो बताओ किस विभाग की नियुक्ति पत्र आप दे रहे हैं, कब उसकी परीक्षा आपने लिया और अब तक आपका जो प्रारूप है नौकरियों का, अलग अलग प्रारूप मत बताइए. पार्लियामेंट में जो बोला है क्या वो सच है? अगर ये सच है तो ये गुनाह है.
Jobs and rising inequality are the opposition's main agenda for the 2024 general elections. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, on the other hand, is promising the country Amrit Kal or prosperity over the next 25 years. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, viewers, let's get you now 2 sets of data, which, of course, is away in terms of where the politics over the Rozgar Melas or the promise of jobs is concerned. Now, this is data coming in from Mood of the Nation, which was clearly and squarely given the 2024 election to the incumbent government. But when it comes down to the issue of job creation, on being questioned, the opinion on employment situation in the country, 72% of the people who were polled suggested it was serious or said it was serious. Only 10% said that the job situation in the country or the lack of jobs is not serious. 72% of them said it was serious. Let's also break it down now further in the second part of the data. Has the Modi government been able to generate jobs was the question that was put forth. And for those who polled, 30% of them polled much, 24% polled little and 34% polled not at all. So 30% said that Modi government has been able to generate jobs. 24% of people said that little jobs. However, 34% have said that the Modi government has not been able to generate jobs where the people are concerned. And this was from the Mood of the Nation data. I'll again say it. A poll which has squarely given 2024 elections to the incumbent government of the Bharatiya Janata Party. But when it comes down to jobs, very, very different figures there. I want to now take these figures and the latest to our political panelists this evening. Adil Singh Boparai, spokesperson Congress; Sanju Verma, national spokesperson Bharatiya Janata Party. Sanju Verma, I'll come to you. You're a woman of data. You very often quote our own polls to me, which is Mood of the Nation. I've just shown you two numbers. We might have given it to you where the general elections are concerned, but on the issue of jobs, Sanju Verma, 72% of those polled said that they feel that the situation or the job crisis in the country is grave. 10% of them said just that it wasn't serious. And even if you break it down with a direct question, that has the Prime Minister been able to deliver on his jobs promise, 34% of them said not at all. Only 30 said that yes, he's delivered, with 26% saying little.
Okay. So, Preeti, I just want to make a couple of points here. I think the most important point is this, and with no offense to your data, in fact, your data has given a thumping majority to Narendra Modi for the third time in a row.
You can't selectively quote. You can't take offense to one part of the data and then embrace the other. You embrace Preeti, one, you have to embrace both. Yes, ma'am, go ahead. Please.
I barely started and you interrupted me, Preeti.
Ma'am, all I'm saying is my humble submission, Sanju Verma, is you cannot take offense to one part of the data and embrace the other. That's it. Go ahead, ma'am.
Where did I even reject any part of your data? Before I could complete, you jumped the gun, Preeti. Unfortunately, you never jumped the gun, but today you did. But be that as it may, I love coming on your debates, and I'm not going to torture data to prove anything to your viewers, because ye public hai, sab janti hai. Thank you for giving Narendra Modi a third time in a row with a thumping majority. Come 2024, aayenge to Narendra Modi hi. But be that as it may, cutting through the facts, let me come straight to the point, and I will quote you some hard data. First and foremost, and this is data that I have picked up from the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. You can go and look up this data. It is there in the public domain. Plus, then I have collated some data from the National Pension System. And the reason for doing that is because I will tell you that in the last 1 year, for instance, there have been 16 lakh people every single month who've been subscribing to the EPF. Now, this is the gross number. The net number is 58% of this 1.6 million or 16 lakh people every month. Because 58% of the people every month are new joinees in the age group of 18 to 25. My simple submission is this, that if we assume that, in the last 9 years, on an average, every single year, taking 16 lakh per month as the average subscription to EPFO, 1.92 crore people have joined the EPFO every year.
Okay.
1.38 crore people have joined the ESIC. EPFO captures data for any organization, 20 or more people. ESIC captures data for any company or firm that employs 10 or more people. Now, if I add the EPFO and ESIC data, what do I get? It is basically 1.92 crore and you add to that 1.38 crore. What you get is 3.3 crore. Now, out of this 3.3 crore people, I'm not going to take the entire data at face value. I will say that only 58% of this 3.3 crore people are actually new joinees. Okay? Which means that only 1.91 crore net jobs are being created as per EPFO and ESIC in any given year. 1.91 crore per year. 1.91 into 9 years. How much do you get? 1.91 into 9. I'm basically saying that 17.19 crore, I will explain. 17.19 crore jobs as per EPFO and ESIC data have been created in a net basis, taking into account that 18 to 25 age bracket has seen the highest number of joinees. And I will give you some examples very quickly, 20 to 25 seconds. Now, to this number of 1.92 crore net jobs in a single year, I am going to be adding 25 lakh jobs from the auto sector. I am adding 54 lakh jobs from the food and agro processing sector, and I am adding 63 lakh jobs from the infrastructure sector.
Okay, I'm going to come to you. Let me finish.
Let me finish. The reason why I added 25 lakh jobs from the auto sector, 54 lakh from the food processing and agro processing sector, and 63 from the
I'm
infrastructure
coming to
sector
let her finish.
is based on the MOSPI data, which has used the multiplier effect to say that is the auto industry in India today, and this is there in the IMF report also.
Okay.
It says
Sanju
India's
Verma,
auto
so much,
industry today-
so much division,
10
multiplication,
seconds, 10
addition.
seconds.
Okay,
10 seconds, Preeti, please.
10 seconds, ma'am. Quickly make your point.
1.92 crore jobs a year as per EPFO and ESIC, plus as per IMF report, given that auto industry total size is 12 lakh crore, we are adding 25 lakh jobs every year. Given that food
Okay.
processing industry is 26 lakh crore, we are adding 54 lakh jobs from that
Okay.
sector every year. Given the infrastructure spend is 30 lakh crore, we are adding 63 lakh jobs from there.
Okay.
So net
Sanju Verma,
we are
you, like I
adding
said, so much
3.3
multiplication,
crore
division.
jobs.
Okay, you're saying you're adding an X number of jobs. Now, what is the Congress saying? I want to bring in Adil Singh Boparai, but having said that, I'll tell you, because you've calculated with a lot of divisions, but the Congress is saying the number that you're giving is not fair, it's fuzzy, and why it's fuzzy is because the jobs are already sanctioned posts that have not been filled up for years due to administration or financial reasons, number one. In a very large number of instances, appointment letters are even being given as handouts of promotion, where promotions are being given, they are being counted as jobs. And they've given out a list of how the number stacks up to possibly what you are suggesting, which in real is an inflated number and really doesn't exist on ground, which is also, madam, being reflected in our polls. But Adil Singh Boparai, the BJP maintains all that you are trying to build your argument on is nothing but rhetoric. Hard, cold numbers seem to suggest the job generation in this country.
Well, Preeti, on the contrary, the BJP's claims are a hoax. What we just heard for the past 2 minutes are bogus claims which find no mention in reality. The fact of the matter today is that the country is reeling under an unemployment crisis. Pre-COVID, the Ministry of Labour came out with a report. It was a leaked report. It was the Government of India's report, which said that unemployment is at a 45-year high. This is the Government of India's own report. The Finance Minister and the Labour Minister on the floor of the House, in response to a question, indicate that there are 9,76,000 jobs in the union government which are lying vacant. This is their own information on the floor of the House. Were they lying then? This is nothing but repackaged bogus claims, and this government is adept at marketing something which does not exist on the ground. Today, tomatoes are selling at 250 rupees. That's the reality. Today, graduates are not able to get jobs. That's the reality. Today, CMI data says that unemployment is touched 10%. That's the reality. Today, non-formal sector jobs are completely vanished from the economic firmament and canvas. That's the reality. Today, farm jobs have increased because there's no source of formal employment. You know, you can come on national television and give a glib spiel, but the fact of the matter is, please see the situation on the ground. And I beg to differ, Mood of India data or Mood of India survey is not gospel truth. I can give multiple
But this
points.
one favors your argument. But this particular data, Adil Singh Boparai, favors the argument that you're trying to state.
But Preeti, we don't, the opposition and more particularly the Congress party does not need crutches to hold on to or to amplify a point which is reality. Today, go ask a person out on the street. Petrol is 110 rupees. Food prices have increased. Dal, rice.
No, I need to come in now.
Let him finish, ma'am. Come on.
Every parameter today. You know, you can push back of the envelope calculations to mislead the people, but that is not reality. You know, there's an old English adage that you can't fool all the people all the time. The BJP so far has been successful in fooling people, but I think people are realizing that there is no governance. This government has been...
May I please come in now?
Yeah, let him finish, ma'am. Come on. You got your time. Make your point, Adil, quickly.
Finally, I think the BJP spokesperson needs to respond on the Ministry of Labour's own report. They themselves acknowledged in 2019, and let me indicate, this is pre-COVID. I think every right-thinking person knows that post-COVID, the situation has been worse. Their own Government of India data said that unemployment is at a 45-year high. How do they shirk away?
Fair enough. You're right. Okay. Okay,
Can I come
now
in now?
I'll come back to, okay, Sanjeev Verma, the fact is you gave us hardcore numbers. The Congress and other opposition parties allege that this is an inflated number. Ultimately, you're stacking up numbers just, to go down in print. The ground situation very, very different. And you're trying to mask the reality by pushing these numbers in general. And Atul, with Adil Singh Bopara is quoting the 2019 Labour Ministry report, it is an admittance of your own government that employment or unemployment rather at that time was at an all-time high.
Now, can I please come in, Preeti?
Please,
because
ma'am,
I
go
did not
ahead.
heckle anyone.
Please go ahead.
There is a famous saying, the only thing worse than a liar is a liar who is also a hypocrite. The fact that the Congress spokesperson has no clue of data, I will just showcase to you. Read the latest, unemployment survey. It says that the unemployment rate is 7.95% and the highest unemployment rate is in Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. And these are not numbers that I'm doffing off my hat. I mentioned these numbers and they were corroborated by India Today even on a debate last week. The highest inflation rate at 9.5% is in Rajasthan. So please take some onus rather than sitting here and giving a bhashan to the BJP. You've been booted out by the electorate for good reasons. I will just tell you this. You keep quoting, Adil Bopara, that 2019 report which says that unemployment is at a new high. That same report was later in a subsequent year by Niti Aayog said that the only reason unemployment numbers are high is because our definition of unemployment does not take into account the fact that you have a scheme like Mudra Yojana which has disbursed till date 24 lakh crore to 41 crore entities, of which 8 crore entities are first-time people who have been given loan of any kind. And the same report by Niti Aayog also said, and this is something that Ashwini Vaishnav said in an interview very recently, that on conservative basis, we've created at least 2 crore jobs per year, but we may have actually breached that on the upper side, because I want to tell you in a quick nutshell so that your audience can understand. Forget about EPFO creating 1.92 crore jobs per year. Forget as per ESIC, we are creating 1.38 crore jobs per year. Forget that the auto industry is adding 25 lakh jobs per year. Forget that infrastructure is adding 63 lakh jobs per year. The IMF report says this, that when you look at the job situation, you have to do not a top-down but a bottom-up, calculation. How can an economy which is the size of $3.75 trillion, which is the size of India's GDP, where we are selling more than 1.9 crore two-wheelers every year.
Let us finish. I'm coming right back.
No, she'll not stop.
No, let us give her. I'll come back to you, Adil. Let her make her point. Sanju, quickly make your point. I'll go back to Adil. Go ahead.
Thank you. So how can an economy, which is the size of $3.75 trillion, where we are selling, close to 39 lakh cars every year, we are selling 1.9 crore two-wheelers every year, we are, having a freight loading of 125 million tons every month by way of the railways, where the average income of the middle class has gone up from 2.3 lakh in 2010-11 to 13 lakh per year as per the data provided by the income tax calculations. How can this economy be a jobless economy?
There is, in terms of numbers, what you're quoting, you can quote one set, Adil can quote one set, but one thing is very clear also, Sanju Verma, that the unemployment data might be low. But no, madam, 1 second. Let me be fair. The unemployment data might be low, but it needs to be seen in conjunction with the labor force participation rate, madam.
Yes,
and you know that equation as well. We're going to put.
Talk about ESIC.
One second. Let me, Adil needs to come in. I don't have much time. I want to bring him in. Adil, the fact is, politically speaking, the India Alliance would want to build one of its key flagging poll points where you go into elections in 2024 on the basis of unemployment, and these figures destabilize that.
Well, not at all. You can come up with bogus claims, but that doesn't become reality. Let's test her rhetoric for a moment. The government of India, and this is an admitted fact, the government of India on the floor of the House in August 2022 said that 9,79,000 jobs or posts are lying vacant with the central government. Now, please put this question to her. Does this hoax of a Mela include even these jobs which were already available and which were
We
part
are
of the
today the
recruitment
worst.
process.
Madam,
Number
don't,
one.
please can I just
This
get
is
Adil?
not
May I just get
fair.
Adil?
This is not
Go
fair.
ahead, sir. Go
Number
ahead.
one,
Go ahead.
let's the devil lies in the detail. So this Rozgar Mela already factors in 9,76,000 posts which were lying vacant as of the 22nd of August 2022. Point number one. Point number two, look at the CMIE data. CMIE data is not Congress Party data. CMIE data says that unemployment, especially amongst the youth, is touching 10%. This is an admitted fact. Number three, which is again a critical aspect. Today, and this has been validated by the ILO, the female participation in the formal sectors of employment is at an all-time low. Number four, inequality today is stark. Almost 60% of the wealth is controlled by half a dozen industrialists of this country. The wealth is growing, but the wealth is growing for a handful of
Okay.
corporates who owe their allegiance to the BJP, and more particularly the Adanis and the Ambanis. For an ordinary citizen in a Mufassil town or a tehsil, there has
Can
been
I
no
please come in? You can't give him a
and
monologue.
economic distress. Preeti, let me again.
Make your point, sir, quickly. 10 seconds. No, I'm giving.
Economic
Okay, Sanju Verma,
distress.
you've spoken more till now. I'm timing it. Go ahead, Mr. Adil Singh Bopara. Quickly, make your point.
Economic distress is our flagship pointer when it comes to the 2024.
Okay.
It is economic distress, which includes inflation, which includes the fact that today, despite our demographic dividend, there are no jobs for our youth. PhD students are applying for government clerk posts. Can you beat it, Preeti?
Okay.
PhD students.
Sanju Verma,
they have
please
to apply
respond.
for a
20
post of a
seconds, ma'am.
peon.
Okay, you made some points, Adil. Let Sanju Verma respond. Go ahead, Ms. Verma.
She'll
No,
completely.
I don't need
distort
20
facts.
seconds. You will have to give me 1
Ma'am,
minute.
no. I began the debate with you. I'm sorry. I began the debate with you.
So let me
Equal
just-
amount of
don't
interjections
interrupt
have
me.
been made, more from your
Because
side.
You don't interrupt the Congress. You don't interrupt the Congress. Give me my time without interrupting
Madam,
me.
you've been given your time. Let me moderate the show. You want to waste this 20, 30 seconds by arguing with me? You can do so. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Preeti, please stop lecturing me. I know how to debate. As an anchor, did you interject him once when he made a wrong claim on your show? He said, as per the CMI, which is government data and not Congress Party data, anyone with a basic knowledge of economics, Adil Bopara, and you don't have basic knowledge of economics, knows that CMIE is a private company owned by Mahesh Vyas. Mahesh
Government
Vyas
of India
has been
Labour Ministry is authentic
Okay.
data.
Can I?
Is the Labour
Please, I
Ministry
need my time.
You know, 1 second. Okay, this is okay. I have given you. Okay, no, I have given both of you equal time. I'm really sorry that even by giving either of you equal amount of time, it's going to come down to this. Thank you both for joining us. I appreciate that you've taken the time and joined us this evening. Appreciate with that. All right, viewers. Now coming back to a happier note. To the point, as a show last night won the best talk show category at the ENB Awards. It also won, viewers, the best early primetime show. One thing that I can safely say, for those of you who don't quite believe in telepathy, has never quite seen the inside of a newsroom, when a newsroom, witnesses a news break, a big story, or a story that is just about developing, how from one team to the other team, it travels, it transforms, and what you see on screen is a collective effort of just that. We might just be the faces of our shows, but it belongs to all of those who work so hard to put it all together of what you see. So while Preeti Choudhry might just be the show of To The Point, Japneet might just be the producer, Ashish might just be the guest coordinator who makes sure the guests are patched in time. There are so many people who script the success story of any show that wins awards. And this one belongs to all of them. We're standing right now in the production control room, and everyone here who's with us is always behind the scene, and they have their eyes trained on at least 30 cameras, never in front of them. It's for them.
India is on the moon. We have our national pride placed on the moon. हम वहां पहुंचे जहां कोई नहीं पहुंचा था। हमने वो किया जो पहले कभी किसी ने नहीं किया था। ये आज का भारत है, निर्भीक भारत, जुझारू भारत।
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 38 and minimum 27 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 29 and minimum 25 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 35 and minimum 28 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 31 and minimum 23 degrees. Chennai, maximum 33 and minimum 27 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 31 and minimum 21 degrees.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
What really should be your alternatives to white refined sugar, which clearly is something that you must avoid? Let's talk about what you can use instead of this white sugar. Number one, organic brown sugar. Organic, then all the very better, because this is extremely healthy. Now what it does essentially is that this is processed, but it is made in the most natural way to retain most of sugarcane's nutrition, and that's the reason why this should be an alternative. Coconut or palm sugar, again extremely healthy sources of sugar, which are alternatives as well, extracted from the flower buds of the coconut palm tree. The sugar has a mild caramel taste and can be used in a number of ways in your delicacies, also for daily consumption. Date sugar, extremely nutritious natural sweetener. Date sugar can be a great addition to your diet. This also is a good alternative. Jaggery or gur, as we know, it has got a world of benefits in terms of what it does to your body. Essentially, a lot of people have spoken about the fact that during pollution, you should be consuming a lot of gur. It's a great alternative to sugar. Also, the fact that it is rich in iron is really an added benefit and added advantage. Raw or unprocessed honey. This too is a great alternative. You can use it in various forms, like you use white refined sugar. It tastes extremely good as well.
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 38 and minimum 27 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 29 and minimum 25 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 35 and minimum 28 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 31 and minimum 23 degrees. Chennai, maximum 33 and minimum 27 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 31 and minimum 21 degrees.
Presented by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, Growing Legacies.
Co-presented by Century Laminates by Manish Malhotra, fashion for your furniture.
Co-presented by
Macho Hand,